Okay, so this is just going to be a demonstration of quantum holographic echo healing. So this modality really is like really helping people to move forward in their life, because it's root cause energy healing. So rather than us try and rationale a problem, the issue that's keeping us stuck might even be in our conscious awareness right now. It can be old beliefs that we've accumulated over the years, and using this system, quantum holographic echo healing, it just gets right to the root cause of what's going on for you now that can be limiting you in your life, in your relationships, in your success. So it's very much an emergent experience. You just have to allow what comes up and trust the process. And you already know about this because you've trained in this modality. So you already know kind of what this can do, and how this system works. So you're not a complete novice to this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in particular you want to work on and bring to the table, or?
No, I still feel like I feel stuck in a way. So, but I'm happy just to kind of see what comes up. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, it's always the right thing will come up. Even if you said it's a work thing, it will just go to where it's needed to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do, you know the process. I'm going to tune in, do a technique where we kind of connect on our energetic field, and then we'll just take it from there.
Yeah.
Okay, Kerry, so in the normal way, as you know, you just kind of make that heart-to-heart connection with me. Okay, so just feeling that connection from your heart to my heart, then I'm just going to do what I need to do, call in my guides just for the purpose of this session, call in yours, and then we'll move the session forward. So just taking some nice slow deep breaths, just imagine that cord of light just stemming from your heart to mine, just so we can make that connection. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's just see what comes up now in the session. So it's interesting what comes up there, because I feel like the masculine energy is quite strong. So it could be that it's a funny one. It's like you're either feeling at peace with yourself and you're kind of like letting go of the need to strive and do, or there's a part of you that feels like, you say, stuck, but not particularly stuck, but more lost. And it's hard to pinpoint what I saw there, because it's either a feeling of you letting go and being completely feeling quite free and at peace, or that energy is feeling a little bit lost. Which one resonates with you?
Both.
Yeah.
Like I think you saying lost definitely is better than the stuck feeling. Like, so I am at that kind of, I feel that kind of free peace, but then there's this kind of lost feeling.
Yeah, but well, yeah, it's kind of paradoxical. It's like you kind of feel okay. So I don't get that you're beating yourself up trying to search for this thing. I get like you have thoughts about what is it, I can do, what am I meant to do, but I don't get you beating yourself up about it. Like often we're like on this, we're striving every day, a mental capacity. We're thinking, what can we do? What can we do? And it can feel like a really crazy energy when we're in that state. But for you, I feel like it's not that. It's like a fluidity to this energy, this feminine energy, which is the creative energy. I feel like there's a real fluidity to that. There's no major pressure for you to find this thing. You know you want to, but there's a surrender to it as well.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do the 4 pillars reading, see what comes up. So I feel like that puts you in quite a really nice position in your life, although I know you don't feel like you're totally there with your own life, like, yay, I've made it. But there is a sense where you've come to a realization that it's not always about doing something.
Yeah.
There's like a level of peace and surrender into the what is. So there's more of a you just being present in your life every day.
Yes.
Mm. Wow, what a lovely set of cards. So for you, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So that's about many things, but one of them is like luck, expansion, things moving forward. It can be karma as well. So the Wheel of Fate. But we are going into a really lovely Jupiter phase right now. So Jupiter is going into Pisces, where he wants to be. It's very Neptunian, which is water, and that's really what I felt when I tuned into your female energy. It's very fluid. So I think something might I mean, what have your dreams been like lately?
Because I don't often dream, but then I have been dreaming recently, and I don't know, just quite floaty.
That's exactly how you feel right now. Like you're in this sense of floatiness, which is nice. How does it feel for you?
Yeah, it suits me. I'm laid back, so just
Yeah, because the dreams, you know, are ruled by kind of this phase that we're going into now. So it's, I think you might have the ability to ask for answers in your dreams, to set the intentions, because your dream world is really open to you right now. So this is where you might get your biggest insights and your answers. And daily, when you go into this like floaty way, this meditative state, you can just start to ask for the answers to be revealed to you to the questions that you have on your mind.
Yeah.
Because in your environment, in the physical pillar, you know, you are accomplished. It's like there's a sense of accomplishment going on. So I don't know if these cards are saying something is going to transpire, or there's just a sense, and I just feel a sense that you're moving on to a better place in your life. You're starting to feel like things are changing for you.
Yeah.
In your emotional pillar, we've got the Hermit card. So the Hermit wants to go within. So I think you're like that person anyway, aren't you? You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So emotionally, this is probably just asking you to, I don't know, really become aware of what's going on for you with this lovely energy that you've got, with this feminine energy. Just becoming aware of how you feel into that. Does it feel good? If it feels good, how can you bring that into your life more often, especially in the times when you really do need it in the future? Mentally, we've got you as the High Priestess. So for you, you could be thinking thoughts of, you know, really kind of accelerating your level of consciousness, or even your level of how you present yourself to the world as well. So your thoughts could be shifting to say, well, there's a level of confidence that's coming through to you right now, that you're starting to feel that. And spiritually, we've got the Temperance card. So to me, that says that you're really balanced.
Okay.
Spiritually, you know, you've got that lovely mix of all the energies, the fire, the water, everything you need there is there for you. I guess for me, it's the sense of like, how much can you tap into that? How much? Because I feel like that this is a massive, you could tap into something that's really pertinent for you right now. Do you get that sense? I mean, how would you say you feel about that at the minute?
Like, sorry, explain that.
I feel like you could tap into a part of you that is quite deeply spiritual and psychic. I know I've said I feel like you're quite psychic before, but I feel like you've come to a really good solid foundation in yourself. You might not be 100%, but I reckon you're like 50% better than you have been. And there's great potential for you to tap into.
I feel like I'm now kind of standing on that edge where it's like, I really want to just like jump or fall, just let me fall into that. And I'm just on that edge. It's like, I want to go.
Yeah. And I just feel like you have that ability to, if you open up to it, you can just really tap into something. And I think it's going to come through to you when you're in this state of floatiness, is the best way to describe it, because I see it as water, I see it as fluidity. So that's Neptune, that's dreams.
Yeah.
That's when it will come through to you. So just be mindful and set the intentions before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to just do the pre-checks and everything before we work together. So this is where I work with the pendulum. Okay, so in quantum holographic echo healing, we just do a load of pre-checks before we start to work together. So one of them is finding out, do we have permission to work together? Yeah. Okay, so first question. So yeah, it's going to take us to a life domain. So a life domain is looking at an area of your life which we're either going to work on through the session, or it's just kind of bringing it to your attention. Okay, so it's home life. I'll write it down. So home life. Let's see what else. Okay, so it's taken us straight to a need. This is something that you physically can do for yourself. Okay, so it's saying yes to autonomy. So this means choice of and freedom.
Okay.
So what that means is choice and freedom, autonomy. Okay. So what this is kind of saying is you need to give yourself, I mean, how autonomous do you feel? So this is about the self, you know, this is me as a person. I make my own choices. I follow my own rules. I do my own thing. I make myself happy. That's somebody who's completely autonomous. So when this is flagging up, you need choice and freedom. How does that relate to?
Again, it's one of those things where I think I do make those choices, and self-care are we on about kind of, then I do it more than I used to, but I am very aware that I can, with my children, for example, I'll put them first before myself. So if I've set aside time for me to do something and someone needs something, then I'll just go and do that, and then I'll leave myself.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, let me just check that. Okay, now that's not what that's relating to in this situation. So how free do you feel? Do you feel you're free to make your own choices right now?
Yeah.
You do. Turn that off, it's distracting. You feel that you're making all the right choices for you. There's no level that you feel like you're holding back.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm probably holding back.
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
When you think about your own self-expression, your own self-identity, the way you present yourself to the world, like fully coming out as Kerry, you know, no holds barred, here I am world, are you making choices aligned to your own personal freedom like that?
In selective environments.
Yeah. So when it's okay to, when it, yeah. Okay, let's see what else this says. Okay, so it's taking us to a core issue and a belief. Okay, so it's coming up boundaries. So there's a core issue around boundaries. Okay, let's see what it has to say. It says unable to achieve change or change. Does that resonate?
Yes. I keep on waking up, and in my head I have, if nothing changes, nothing changes, and it just keeps repeating. That's been the past few weeks. I wake up with that in my head.
Has it?
Yeah.
And is that because you're wanting to change?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so this is where the choice freedom is coming in. Because I guess what you're saying there is kind of saying that you don't feel like you have choice or freedom because you feel stuck, unable to change.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see where else it wants us to go. Okay, so now we're going to a timeline. Okay. So on the timeline, we've got late childhood between 8 and 17, and then medical intervention coming up. Doesn't have to be you personally. It could just have been someone in your circle, mum, dad, nan, granddad, sibling.
There's nothing coming to mind.
Okay. Okay, so now it's taking us back to a physical symptom. To a physical symptom. Let's see what this says. Okay. So it's flagging up ear. So this doesn't mean anything's going on now. It's just a metaphorical meaning. So ear, something is just too hard to hear and not wanting to hear what others have to say. Does that resonate with you?
No.
Something is just too hard to hear and not wanting to hear what others have to say. Can you think back to when you were 8, between the ages of 8 and 17?
Yeah. Nothing's coming to mind.
Okay, let's just see where else it wants to take us. So okay, so we're going back to a timeline. Okay, so we're back to the ages between 8 and 17.
Okay.
So did something happen to you between 8 and 17? No.
No.
Let me just have a drink. So I've got fertility coming up around that age. Let's just see if that links in. Does that? Yeah. So it's saying that links into the medical intervention between the ages of 8 and 17. So there was there was nothing wrong with mom at that age.
Possibly my mum, but those kind of things weren't really discussed.
Okay, so because the ears things there about not wanting to hear what people say, but you don't have any recollection of anything happening between those ages that had any significance to that. Okay, let's just see where it's gonna take us.
Okay.
Okay. core issue and belief. So let's just see what else we can reveal about this.
Okay.
Okay, love. Let's go down to love. How old is your daughter? How old were you when you had her?
19.
So you were 19 when you had her.
Yes.
And how was that taken by the family? Was that okay? Was that celebrated? Was it difficult?
It wasn't celebrated.
Yeah, okay.
It was frowned upon. My parents, it went against their beliefs.
Yeah, what were they religious beliefs or?
Yes, religious.
Okay, and how then did you, how did you feel about that situation? Was
As in regards to how my family reacted, it didn't surprise me. I just got on with the choice that I made.
yeah. And can you relate to that ear then being brought to our attention about kind of, I can't remember what it said now, but not wanting to hear what other people had to say?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's starting to make more sense with the timeline, because it's, let's see. Yeah, so late childhood, 8 to 17. Okay, we can't pinpoint anything on the 8 to 17, but if we just go a little bit beyond that, the fertility that's coming in, the kind of not wanting to hear what other people have to say. Did anything happen before the pregnancy? Was there any kind of miscarriage or anything like that before? No. Okay, so now it's taken us to love. Okay, so we've got a core belief around love that says, hang on, let me just check that. Got a core belief around love that says, I don't fit in anywhere. Does that resonate? Yeah.
Yes.
Don't fit in. Okay, anywhere. Okay. Just asking if that ties in with the timeline that we've been given and the stuff that we've been presented with so far. And it's saying, yeah, so I'm just have a feeling. How long have you had that feeling, I don't fit in anywhere?
As long as I can remember.
As long as you can remember. Did it stem from the pregnancy or was it there before that?
Oh, before that.
Yeah.
A child.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, and there's another physical symptom of the liver. So this is sadness, fear, anger, repressed or chronic. Yeah. Okay. That relates to the I don't fit in anywhere, the issue around love.
Yeah.
Okay, taking me back there. Okay, so this might be tying into the father. Were there any issues with your dad?
He was distant.
Okay. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay. So this is possibly stemming from that relationship that you had within there. Can you remember how it made you feel with having a distant father?
Well, unloved, misunderstood.
Yeah. 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 I get that. Okay. Okay. With the pregnancy that you had at 19 and it was kind of frowned upon, like, how did life work out for you? Did you leave home? Were you still under mum and dad's roof? Were you already left home? Like, how did that change you as a person?
I'd already left home.
Yeah.
When I had my daughter, I'd moved back to like my hometown to be around my mum and dad for some support because I was living in Edinburgh at the time. So I moved back for some sort of level of support. I don't know, but I still just kind of went it myself.
Yeah. Did you get the support you needed?
I could have two answers for that.
Yeah.
On one hand, no.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I got the support that was given and I'm okay with that because it made me stronger.
Yeah. 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 Okay. There's something just coming through about this situation that relates back to the very beginning, and that's around the choice, the freedom that you feel that you have. And you know, that issue around feeling unable to change things. Things tie in with this system that don't necessarily make sense, that you wouldn't think of things, but energetically when things happen, they create in the body, you know, they cause an emotion in the body that can stay there repressed, but we can carry on living out that program based on how we're perceiving life. So there's something coming through for me around this time about the fertility and the late kind of childhood, where there's been a level of maybe your feelings around the choice and the freedom that you have. Either it's maybe you felt more empowered to make those choices, or you felt limited in those choices. But I have a feeling that this situation here that's being presented to us is having the knock-on effect of how you're seeing your life now, with the not being able to change things.
Yeah. As you were speaking, I feel like I made my choice based on I felt what man like I had what am I trying to say? Like I had to make that choice based as in a repercussion for my decision.
Yeah.
If that makes sense to me. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
It basically it was like you had no choice really.
Yeah, but I still felt like I was making a choice, but I didn't actually have a choice.
I get what you're saying, and that's what I'm sensing. Like, you felt like, I'm making these choices now, and you know, that might have felt quite empowering to you at the time. Say, standing up for yourself, I'm going to make these choices. It's my life, it's my body, it's my decision. But there's the other side of that, where it's had the opposite effect, that through my choices and decisions, I'm in a situation that I can't change, I'm not supported in, unable to change things, maybe having to hear things that you didn't want to hear people say, taking on kind of maybe feelings of anger, this repressed stuff as well. So can you see how the picture is starting to paint around now as an adult, like however many years on, your daughter, however old your daughter is, this programming based on those events of the past can still be playing out in the decisions or non-decisions that you're trying to make. You know, you want to do something, you want to go and get something for yourself in life, yet when we have these things playing on repeat subconsciously because we haven't worked through them, so they're still suppressed and repressed but still have energetic charge, it can cause a mired view when we try and have something that we really want in life, because we've got this thing in our brain that says, well, you can't make decisions for yourself, Kerry, because when you make decisions, you end up stuck with the consequences of them, and you know, however it is you talk to yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so there's nothing else that we need to know about that. It's going to take us to a tapping technique. So, how many points do we? Okay. So the tapping point that we've got for you is really simple. It's the karate chop point. So it's the first point. It helps, funny, it helps release past memories of fear and rebalances energy. It releases worry, anxiety, obsessions, and sadness. It encourages more joy, letting go of anything that no longer serves you, and help you to move forward. Let's go of grief, encourages happiness. So let's see what the affirmation is. So the affirmation is, I have faith in my higher guidance. Let's just see how many times a day. So twice a day for 5 days. Okay. So you literally at twice a day, I have faith in my higher guidance. I have faith in my higher guidance. I'd say do that morning and night. I'd say do it before you go to bed, before you go to sleep. And then I'd have a notebook by the side of your bed just to see what dreams come through and what messages come through for you.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, so we'll just do a quick spiritual treatment. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to bring in the color green for you as well. So this is the desire for belonging and love. It's also powered by our desire to be connected to others, to not only nurture, but to be nurtured. Okay, so this is the color green. Just out of interest, because I know I'm keep going back to it. How did that the pregnancy with your daughter, how did it go on to shape the way that you lived your life? Obviously, I guess your choice and freedom was taken away quite drastically having a baby.
Yeah.
As it does. Yeah. So there's like a limitation on your choice, your autonomy. And you said earlier about you kind of put the kids first.
Yes.
Okay. And you keep waking up with a sentence in your mind. What's that sentence again?
If nothing changes, nothing changes.
If nothing changes, nothing changes. And what came up was something around boundaries, unable to change. Yeah, okay, so that scenario with the pregnancy and everything that came up totally relates to the beginning bit of the session.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about how could you then start to change the way that you are in your home, because that's what was brought to our attention. It's the area of the home where
Yeah.
you need to start making more choices around your own freedom, around what Kerry wants and needs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would need to do, but definitely something.
Yeah, okay, but you recognize there is something that you can do. All right. Well, let's just say, because you'll know what works for you and your family. But if you do want things to change, because that sentence, if nothing changes, nothing changes, things are always changing. Like change. You've just frozen a second. Oh, there you are. Change is the only constant. So change is always
Yes.
occurring, every millisecond of the day. Like change and transaction is always occurring. So
Yeah.
you're kind of programming yourself to say, it's okay if nothing changes. It's okay if nothing changes. It's okay if I don't change. It's okay if I don't change. So if you can kind of reframe that with the affirmation that you've been given using the tapping technique, start to make the changes today, which are the small changes in the home around your choice of freedom.
Yeah.
And what that means to you. Freedom, was it boundaries as well? Choice and freedom. Choice and freedom.
Yeah.
And it might just be saying, no, not tonight. We're not going to do that tonight. Do you know what I mean? They're like small little changes that you can just start to change. And then that belief that's trying to program itself into you won't exist, because you know it's not true. If you start to make the changes, that belief, you will know it not to be true.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And then a new belief will occur, that is, I can change my situation.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we've got the green color. All right, Kerry, so if you feel okay, just close your eyes. Just start to take some nice, slow, deep breaths. And just imagine breathing in that color green. Just imagine on every in-breath, that green, it just absolutely floods your body from head to toe. And as you breathe that color out, it just forms a beautiful bubble around your auric field, so around your whole body from head to toe. You might see it as a green mist or a green bright light. And this is the desire to be connected to others, to nurture others, but also to be nurtured. And I just want you to repeat after me, because the spoken word is how you create and manifest your reality. So say this with intention. I command my subconscious mind
I command my subconscious mind
recalibrate all of the energetic imbalances
recalibrate all the energetic imbalances
that have been brought to the surface for clearing today.
that have been brought to the surface for clearing today.
I command these energetic imbalances
I command these energetic imbalances
be removed from my cellular memory
be removed from my cellular memory
and deleted across all timelines and through all generations.
and deleted across all timelines and through all generations,
Past, present, and future,
past, present, and future,
and from any other person this may affect or be attached to.
and from any other person that this may affect or be attached to.
And just keep breathing in that colour, just really bathe in that colour, really feeling into its vibration of nurture, being able to nurture others just as much as you are able to be nurtured yourself, completely and fully, knowing how it feels to be nurtured. Now just repeat the following. I now give thanks.
I now give thanks,
For I've received healing from the spiritual plane of existence.
for I have received healing from the spiritual plane of existence.
Infinite Spirit opens the way
Infinite Spirit opens the way
and shows me what is now possible as I look into the future.
and shows me what is now possible as I look into the future.
And just take a moment, Carrie, just to look into your future, where you have been free to make all the choices that are in your highest good for your life, fulfilling your desires. Where you've been able to make the changes necessary so you can have the best life possible. And then repeat after me. I now go freely
I now go freely
to receive all that is my natural birthright
to receive all that is my natural birthright,
of unconditional love and abundance on all levels.
unconditional love and abundance on all levels,
Releasing all energetic imbalances that have been holding me back,
releasing all energetic imbalances that have been holding me back,
aligning me with my true spiritual essence.
aligning me with my true spiritual essence.
I replace all fear with love.
I replace all fear with love.
And it is so.
And it is so.
Just take one last nice deep breath in. Okay, Kerry, and when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. All right. So use that green colour as often as you can because it's so powerful, the colour breathing, and do your tapping twice a day as well. And if anything comes up for you, let me know, won't you, if you've got any questions. All right, thank you for this. Take care. Bye, my love. Bye.